Greetings, everyone. It's Closer Look time again on the Multimedia Chronicles. Now, when I got the first of these two sets back when it originally came out, I meant to do a closer look, and I just never got around to it. Well, they've since put out a second set that's meant to kind of as a companion to the first one, so I thought, well, you know what? Time to stop putting this off. Let's just do a double whammy closer look. I'm, of course, talking about the 35th anniversary edition of Alien and the recently released 30th anniversary edition of Aliens. Today, on a closer look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Alright, so these are some very nice box sets, just little collector's editions for each of the movies, the two best in the Alien franchise, quite frankly. Yeah, I love them both, so I don't mind double dipping to have these cool little collector's editions. So let's head on down to the black box and take a closer look at them. Alright, here we go. The Alien 35th Anniversary Collection. Very nice. I don't know how well you can see this. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's all shiny and embossed. The rest of it is kind of in a matte finish, but very nice. The only complaint I have, and you see me complain about this all the time, is this is the French edition. Well, it's not French, but it's the Canadian edition, so it has French all over the place. Yeah, I'd almost consider getting the US edition just to have an English-only spine on the box. It would line up really nicely with the Aliens set, which I had to get from the States. But yeah, so we take a look here. Quite a lot of content. Essentially, the disc that's in here is basically the same disc that's in the Alien Anthology set. So if you have the box set of all four movies, then you're fine. You've got all of the on-disc content here. The main reason to get this is just to have a nice sort of display piece. And it's actually got some pretty cool pack-ins. So let's take a look here. So we slide it out. This is not the sturdiest box. It's actually quite flimsy, as you can see. And, I mean, you can even see there's, like, creases and stuff there. It was like this when I bought it. I mean, there was no... and trust me, I looked. There was no nicer editions. This was the best one they had. So, kind of a flimsy box. So, we'll start with this. So, we just got the movie here on the Blu-ray, and then we got the pack-in extras here. There we go. Just adjusting the focus a little bit. Okay, so we'll take a look here first, just at the disc. Not really much to write home about here. Basically, the movie with all of the extras from the thing. Got a nice little ad for Alien Isolation, which, by the way, I did do a full playthrough of. Plug. Feel free to go and check that out at your leisure. It's like 23 parts, I think. It took me quite a while to get through it, but a lot of fun, very scary, and I have to say, really captured the flavor of the original film very, very nicely. So, very cool. Alright, so that is the movie. So basically, if you've seen the one on the Alien Anthology set, you've pretty much seen that. So this is where we see the cool collector's edition stuff. Here we go. So we got this little fold-out box in space. No one can hear you scream. Well, not really a box, but just kind of an envelope. So we pull this out, and I'll show you this in a moment. But first up, we have a whole bunch of art cards. Very cool. So we actually get the alien ship there, and I don't think there's nothing. There's literally nothing on the back. A bunch of Giger's original designs, which is really cool. So early facehugger design there. Got the alien egg, which is quite cool. And one of the early designs for the alien. A little more, a little more humanoid there, I think, almost, like the body shape and such. But as you can see, I mean, the concept for the inner mouth and such was there pretty early on. And there's a front view of the face. And here we got the space jockey. Now, of course, we know is the engineers, but a lot of people still just call it the space jockey. Very cool. And then I'm not. Hold on. I'm not sure which way this is supposed to go. I think it goes this way. Yeah, I think it goes that way. Sorry, some of Giger's stuff is a little... takes a moment for you to figure out what you're looking at sometimes. And then here we've got... it's basically like a big... kind of like a big temple door. Very cool. I don't think this was used in the film, but damn, that's a cool design. I love his artwork so much. So there you go. There's your incentive to get the set. You get a shit ton of Giger artwork thrown in with it. Very cool. So the other thing that's really cool about this is you get this, Alien, the Illustrated Story. And what this is actually the full, complete, original comic book adaptation that was published a number of years ago, around the same time as the movie. This was not put out by Marvel or DC. It was actually an independent production, and very, very nice production value. Script written by, or adapted by Archie Goodwin, with just fantastic artwork by Walt Simonson, who some of you may remember had quite a successful stint on the Mighty Thor for a number of years. But I mean, he's done a lot of stuff over these. I mean, look at that. That's just fantastic. In fact, let me show you. I actually do have the original graphic novel of Alien, the Illustrated Story. So this has been well loved over the Futura Press. Like, who the hell is that? Anyway, yes, if we take a look here, this has been well loved over the years, so it's a little bit rough around the edges. This was reprinted, by the way, around the time of the 35th anniversary, but it is nice to be able to have the artwork in you know, just so much larger. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, very, very nice edition indeed. But this was full magazine-sized graphic novel format. So we just skip ahead a little ways here. So there's the full glory of the alien ship. And when I saw this movie, I think I did some reviews of this of the Alien movies this year as part of my Halloween reviews. You can go ahead and check those out if you like. Got the face hugger on Kane there. And but I had actually read the comic book before I saw the movie. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, yeah. So here's the Nostromo shuttle basically blasting off. Quite a epic shot there. And then here we go. Here's the money shot right here, where the creature is exploding out of Kane's chest. So I remember when I saw the movie, this was how I visualized that scene. So when I saw it in the movie, I actually thought it was a little less gruesome than I was expecting. And as you can see, yeah, last page is kind of falling out, but like I said, well loved. But just a fantastic adaptation. Whether you get the edition that's in the anniversary set or any other edition, you will not be disappointed. It is just a beautiful, beautiful set. So let's put all this stuff back in here, shall we? Oh, we're not done yet. We got one more set to look at. That's right. It's a double whammy this week. Oh, you knew that. You knew that. There we go. So, I mean, that's a nice little edition of the comic book. You know, I mean, it's all there. It's complete. And, you know, it's not quite as nice as having the big graphic novel size one, but, yeah, it's fine. It gets the job done. You get to enjoy it. I mean, my only complaint about it, obviously, is the size of the pages. It's basically a little bigger than digest size. So, there you go. All right, so let's check out the second set here. So this came out just last year, 2016, yes. So 2016, we have the Aliens 30th anniversary set. There we go. Get in a little closer. So this is very nice as well. Definitely like it. Very similar kind of structure to the Alien set, except here, no French on the spine. Yeah, so I really want to get the American edition of the first one just to have these aligned nicely, and then I'll probably give the Canadian one away to somebody. So let's take a look here. So very similar kind of idea. We got an envelope kind of folder of stuff, which we'll check out in a moment, and then the Blu-ray. Now, one big difference, though, this is a much sturdier box. See, much sturdier than the other one. So it would be nice if those were a little more aligned, I guess. But let's take a look here. So this is much like the first one here. It's basically the same disc that's in the Alien Anthology set. I should mention both cuts of the movie on both of these discs. So you get the on Alien, you get the director's cut and the theatrical cut. On this one, you get the theatrical cut and the extended special edition cut, which is definitely my preferred cut. I just feel like it adds a lot and is definitely adds a lot of worthwhile stuff and expands on the story. You get more about Ripley's daughter. You get more stuff with the Marines and just generally more, and it's all good. So there you go. So there's that, and then here we have art cards and illustrated comic reprint. Oh, interesting. I don't know that there's much in the way of a comic in here, unless I'm misremembering something. Let's take a look here. So, okay, so Aliens, 30 Years of Terror. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And then here we've got a 30th anniversary edition. This sort of belt here. Very careful, very flimsy paper. So here, much like the first one, we have various designs and such, and again, just blank on the back. So in this case, James Cameron actually did a lot of design work for it, heavily inspired by Giger's design philosophy. So you got some shots of the landscape here. You got, one of the early designs for the Queen and stuff like that. And there's a more detailed Queen design. The Queen was, of course, one of the big additions that we got in Aliens, giving us a look at the alien life cycle, basically a little more in-depth. And here we have a victim in the wall. You may recall, you probably recognize a lot of this stuff from the movie, actually. And then this is kind of to give you some idea what the Marines' armor would look like. It's pretty cool. Some nice designs there. Really like the attention to detail. And to give you some sense of scale of how big the alien nest is. And there we go. And then we get finally a concept sketch for the Queen versus Ripley in the power loader. So pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool. All right, and then I'll just put this belt back on here very carefully. I hate these like paper belts. I'm always afraid I'm gonna rip them. Come on. There we go. All right, very gently. There you go. Good as new. All right. So then here, Aliens, 30 Years of Terror. Now, of course, there's been a whole bunch of Aliens comics over the years. Actually, Dark Horse Comics has had the license to do Aliens comics since the 80s. Since like 1988, I think is when the first one came out. Great stuff. I've only ever read the original trilogy of comics that they did, and it was fantastic. Specifically, I've read the version before they quote-unquote aligned it with movie continuity and changed a bunch of shit. It really irritated me when they did that. But here you get basically some of the various artists that have worked on the comics over the years. Get to see some of their artwork. Very nice. As you can see, I mean, some of them are just fantastic. I mean, a lot of these are covers from the comics, or artists who did the covers, and you can see just the attention to detail in these is just amazing. John Bolton, by the way, who's an awesome artist. I remember a series he did with Chris Claremont called The Black Dragon, which was my introduction to his work, and just fantastic artist. Really amazing stuff. And yeah, so you get all these cool pictures. Oh, nice double page one there. Wraparound cover, I guess. And there you go. So very, very cool. So there's a lot of collected editions of the Dark Horse comics. I definitely recommend checking some of them out. I should mention, speaking of altered, how they altered the original trilogy to fit into the movie continuity, they recently re-released the first Alien comic, the original 6-part black and white one that they did, in unaltered form. They have like a collector's edition of it that you can get, which is pretty cool. So I'll include Amazon links to all of the relevant things I've mentioned in this video, and you can pick and choose whatever you like there. Just make it a little easier for you. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the... damn it. I hate it when they have like a little fold underneath and you're trying to get it under the lip and not over. Like, ugh, it's just so annoying. Hold on. So what we do is we put it in so that it's on. Oh my God! Leave the belt alone. Put it on the outside, and there we go. Okay, and then we can slide the comic gallery over that. Okay, well, that was a little cumbersome to do, but we got it. All right, so let's put them back in the box. Now, one nice thing is this is just a solid box, so no lip to worry about, which is quite cool. Unlike the Alien set, which had a lip in it. So, let's do it this way. So there you go. So as you can see, they actually look quite nice together. There we go. Maybe that'll be our thumbnail. And then on the shelf, as you can see, they align perfectly, especially with all that French. Yeah, obviously, if you have the U.S. edition of both, you won't have Alien Le 8 Passager to worry about. And then you'll just have the nice Alien logo there. So, very cool. So, I don't know if they're going to do more of these for the other movies. I'm thinking probably not, simply because these are the two sort of most beloved ones. So, it stands to reason that they would be the ones to get the, the royal treatment. But, hey, I mean, that's fine by me. I mean, I'm perfectly happy if these are the only two they do. I think they look pretty snazzy. And there you have it. So, if like me, you're huge fans of these two particular installments in the ongoing Alien saga, then hey, why not? And on the plus side, I mean, these two collector's editions are actually usually quite cheap, considering all the goodies you get in them. So as always, you'll find Amazon links in the description if you'd like to add them to your collection. And as always, your support is greatly appreciated when you do use those links, because it actually allows me to get more stuff like this that I can then present to you and show you and talk about and stuff. So really appreciate those of you who do use those links, because, it definitely helps out. Yeah, so that is it. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. So quick thank you to my Patreon sponsors, especially Kyle Pellegrini, my highest level sponsor. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate the ongoing support. And thanks to all of you for watching. So we'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.